Я вернулся. Погнали дальше.
Where are we going?
Stay out of trouble or you'll wind up in the pit.
Тюрьма. Классик.
What are you looking at, half-breed?
Вы меня сами пиздите, алло.
You not understand English? That it? Do I need to knock some sense into that thick head of yours?
Эти дебилы сами их пиздят.
I should try and find this Weems fellow. If he intends to escape, perhaps he can help me. Mason Weems?
Could be.
I need your help.
Oh?
They say you know a way out of here.
They say a lot of things.
I do not have time for games.
Shame, as I was hoping you might play one with me.
Fine.
Are you familiar with the rules?
Без понятия. Я не умею играть. А что
Seeing as
нажимать?
you already know mine, what's your name?
Connor.
Pleased to meet you, Connor.
Что надо сделать? Кто-то знает?
Well played. So, what brings you to Bridewell?
Treachery. I have been falsely accused.
Of course you have.
Let me know if he's willing. I've always room for another.
You do not believe me?
Why should I? You've the look of a brute.
You misjudge. I'm an honest man.
And yet, also a man imprisoned. Tell me how you found yourself in this place.
It is a private matter.
As is what you ask of me.
Надо 3 в ряд собрать.
I was trying to prevent a murder.
Oh! Anyone I know?
George Washington.
The others put you up to this, didn't they? Thought it might be fun to have another laugh at Mason's expense. Fools, a lot of them. To make light of something like this. George Washington is brave beyond measure, loyal like a brother, peerless in character, and unshakable in his convictions. That man is our Jupiter Conservator, destined to lead us not just to freedom, but greatness. Anyone who says otherwise is either a simpleton or a traitor.
Трейтор.
Then you understand why I need to get out of here. If I don't help him, he is going to die.
You're serious, aren't you?
Весьма.
Very well. It's going to take some doing. See, everything hinges on the key I forged. That loud Finch stole it. Took me 3 months to make the thing, too. You need to get it back, or we're not going anywhere.
Consider it done.
И у меня вылетела игра. Клево. Я бы даже сказал, заебись. Интересно, надо заделать чекпоинт или нет? Да, задела. Найс.
I've met quite a few of them out in the bush. They look intimidating, but that's as it should be when dealing with profiteers like them.
People takes the forest mushrooms and drops it in the big...
All right, scoundrels, back in your cells!
It's wild herbs and garlic. I think he will join us for the hunting on Saturday. He must finish his business. There was a pea.
This key is useless.
His sister? Really a half-turned clock?
What are you looking at? You in the market for a husband?
You could ask a front back to help you with that. He's quite a knowledgeable boy.
I have not heard of it. There I might on the tardy side to ask him was a visiting juncture, though aren't this is
Мужик, ключ говно.
Your key is useless.
What do you mean?
It did not fit the lock.
It's not meant to.
You forged a key that does not work.
Well, that all depends on what you mean by work. It'll get us out of here. Just not the way you expected.
Then how?
You're going to use it to get the real key off the warden. You have to swap yours for his.
Why not just have me take the real key? Why all this extra work?
He might notice if it went missing. This way, he'll be none the wiser.
And when he tries to use it?
He won't.
Да, Мара.
That's
Тюречка.
why we're targeting him.
Мне еще игра была
How do I
вылетела.
reach the warden?
Yes. This next part, you may not like.
Oh, as if I've liked the others. Out with it.
You need to pick a
Ничего.
fight.
What?
Pick a fight, and they'll throw you in the pit.
And how in the world does this help us?
The warden oversees the pit. Getting sent there is the only way to reach him.
I have not heard
I give you credit.
Полезно
You've
быть
given
ассасином в
this
тюрьме
plan
тогда.
to risk my life a great deal of thought.
Take down as many as you can. One or two will only serve to entertain the guards. You need to make them angry. We all have our part to play. Try not to die.
Не умереть, блин. Сложно. Пацаны, слышите? Ауч. Долго же охрана респондит на то, что мы начали драку в тюрьме? Стоп, я ему шею свернул?
Fancy yourself a troublemaker, eh? Some time in the pit should cool your blood.
Клево.
Look at all of you, pathetic, dirty wretches. You're not but swine, suckling at the teats of civilization. Thieves and scoundrels all. And do you acknowledge this? Do you repent and beg forgiveness? No. You elect instead to commit new...
Даже не заканчивай фразу. Не выйду отсюда быстро.
Need to take care not to raise the alarm.
You, stop. He thinks he can get away.
Ей, денежку. Здорово, мужик.
You'll find Hickey through that door. It's where they keep the important prisoners. Nicer rooms, more space, those sorts of things. It seems even in prison, who you know makes all the difference.
Thank you, Mason, for everything. I will find a way to repay the favor when my work here is finished.
Обнимитесь, я не знаю, что ли.
Hold there. You there, stop.
Я не знал, что тут еще есть дебилы эти. Бля. Я увидел таймер и сразу такой. Ух, бля. Погнали нахуй.
Hey, hold a moment, Squire.
Hey, where do you think you're going? I think not. Get back here.
Похуй.
You shake
Лучше это, чем десинхронизация.
Time has got you.
Блять. Ладненько. Будем по чуть-чуть их разбирать.
Stop. I want to talk to you.
Get back here.
Какой из них первый подойдет?
He thinks he can get away. Your life's at an end.
А черт! Я же его вырубил. Иди сюда. Почему некоторые решетки открыты?
You there, stop. You won't let us that easily. Get back here, you deaf turd. You come back here. You won't lose us that easily.
I think not. Get back here now.
Иди сюда.
You, you deaf idiot. You won't shake us so easily.
Посидите. Боже. Они почти обнялись. Это так мило. Это не он. Или он уже мертв? Это не он.
Not who you was expecting, am I right?
What have we here? I thought we'd finished off your kind.
You would like that, wouldn't you? To rid the world of all who do not share your views.
Guilty as charged. Your meddling in the revolution has caused us no small measure of grief. It cannot continue. Our work is too important. But what would you know beyond all the lies Achilles feeds you and the tales you tell yourself?
I know that the people wish to be free, and that men like Washington fight to make it so.
Please, the man is weak. He stumbles and stammers through each engagement, making it all up as he goes along. His pedigree is pathetic, his military record even more so. I could go on and on, but we'd be here for days, so manifold are his faults, so deficient are his merits. He must be dealt with. You as well. I will abide no more flies in the ointment.
Here's how it's gonna work. First we bind you and bring you to your cell. Then tomorrow, you go before the court, accused of plotting to kill good old Georgie. Maybe we could pin the murder of the warden on you too. You did kill him after all. And who wouldn't take the word of Charlie over here? Once that's all squared away... well,
Заебал там что-то орать.
All those years ago, the child in the forest was you.
I said I would find you.
And so you have. But not quite as you had expected, am I right? You know, all of this might have been avoided had you only done what I asked. Ah, but what's done is done.
Эх. Ну окей. Нас сейчас будут водить на казнь.
Up! Up with you! I said get up! Walk!
Bye now.
Давай. Привет, Зюкс. Ничего, играем, как видишь. Нас на казнь ведут. А ты чё как? А чё не так с аптаймом? 8 часов всего-то. Ну, видишь, капа. Будто ты меня не знаешь. Это мои последние свободные деньки перед тем, как мне начнется жопа. Так что отстримливаю как могу по максимуму. Все эти дни. Буду сидеть до посинения. А вот это вот, Джукс, я это не знаю, поэтому все и плохо. Все равно первый месяц на любом новом рабочем месте будет ебатни в плане того, чтобы все понять, куда, зачем и что. Так что надо сейчас отстримить, чтобы потом не было обидно. Поэтому и занимаюсь этим. Это если я сразу же найду работу, а если она еще затянется, то это пиздец. Джордж Вашингтон меня узнал. Вы слышите это? Пшик. Это ассасины, скорее всего. Да. На ютубе у меня Devil May Cry 5 выйдет в середине октября. Вот еще ассасины. Ха. Так что с ютубом у меня проблем не будет. А вот со стримами, возможно, придется немного повременить.
You are not alone, and we give a cry when you need us.
Forget about me. You need to stop Hickey. He's...
Up you go. Don't want to be late now, do we? You just had to be an hero, didn't you? You and Georgie both. Now you see what it gets you. A pine box, little else.
Brothers, sisters, fellow patriots. Several days ago, we learned of a scheme so vile, so dastardly, that even repeating it now disturbs my being. The man before you plotted to murder our much-beloved general.
Да.
Indeed, what darkness or madness moved him, none can say.
Этот труп на заднем фоне.
No defense, shows no remorse. And though we have begged and pleaded with him to share what he knows, he maintains a deadly silence. If the man will not explain himself, if he will not confess and atone, what other option do we have but this? He sought to send us into the arms of the enemy. And thus we are compelled by justice to send him from this world. May God have mercy on your soul.
Need to stop, Hickey. Go! Damn! I don't want to die.
Здорово, ебать.
God damn it! I am a pacifist! Enough of trolling.
Damn it. I thought I'd at least live to see another day. Shame.
I want answers. Why did Johnson try and buy my people's land? Why was Pitcairn targeting Adams and Hancock? What purpose would Washington's murder have served? Why does your order support the British?
How should I know? The Templars, Lee, the big man, Haytham, they has the money. They has the power. That's the reason I threw in with them. That's the only reason. Sure, they have some sort of vision for the future too. I didn't give a damn about any of that. They can sing their songs about mankind and its troubles. They can make their plans and spring their traps. Don't bother me none. They paid me, so I said yes.
Логично.
Didn't bother to ask who or how or why. Didn't care.
You chose to side with men who would rob us of our humanity simply because it was more profitable?
What else is there? I'm not some blind fool to give up all I've got on principle. What is principle anyway? Can you bring it to the bank? Don't look at me like that. We're different, you and I. You're just some blind fool who's always chasing butterflies. Whereas I'm the type of guy who likes to have a beer in one hand and a tea in the other. Thing is, boy, I can have what I seek. Had it even. Your hands will always be empty.
Пиво и сиська. Ну, такой себе выбор, честно говоря.
I said, lower your goddamn gun! This man's a hero! Oh, the general can be so stubborn sometimes. Piffle, he said, when we warned him something like this would happen. Piffle!
Piffle.
Stop.
He wanted to kill the commander. Nearly killed you as well. He was a scoundrel.
But still a man.
You're nothing if not consistent.
Where is Washington? I need to speak with him.
Bundled off as soon as your execution went sideways. He's likely on his way back to Philadelphia by now.
And so am I.
Something wrong?
He is still in danger. Hickey did not act alone.
А костюм свой надеть красивый. Вернуть свои двойные клинки. Давай. Вот это, туда-сюда.
It's quite impressive what you've accomplished.
О.
Is that a compliment?
Now, don't misconstrue. I'm sure the whole endeavor will
Мой
end
учитель,
tragically.
говорите мне
But to have come
истину.
this far, well, it's more than I ever expected.
The people yearn for freedom but feared to grab hold of it. That fear is gone now.
Thanks to you,
No. This they did on their own.
you diminish your role. But you have always
Ну,
been a
кстати, из-за моего дебила,
I do what is
теперь
right.
тамплиеры знают, что ассасины заново появились. Они думали, что они их всех
I
вырезали.
have to. Otherwise he will never be safe.
He is safer not knowing.
Мой
By
дебил.
planting the seeds of doubt, you threaten to topple his entire endeavor. If Washington is paralyzed, Charles Lee will strike. You'll cause the very thing you aim to prevent. Hunt the Templars, as is your duty. But do not drag these men into it.
We must now all hang together.
Декларация независимости.
Yes, we must indeed all hang together. Or most assuredly, we shall all hang separately.
You are once more our savior.
I must speak with the commander.
He's gone to try and hold New York. The British intend to take it. I fear we'll need to
Можно
recall our men from
хуйню
Quebec as well.
независимости?
It's one thing to declare our independence. Now, my friend, we must make it so.
Ей, секвенс 8 completed из 12. Есть шансы, что я сегодня закончу эту игру. Есть шансы. А, у меня еще и...
Everything all right? Sean has located a second power source. I've asked Rebecca to charter a flight for us.
Where to?
Brazil.
Бразилия.
You there, Rebecca?
Bad reception. Can you hear me?
Well, glad to see that's working. Guess I'll try you back when I'm topside.
Я просто хочу ссать. Пропустите меня в туалет. Бля, я похож на него. Это последняя часть, где есть отрывки в реальном времени. После нее нет ничего. Если доживешь до конца игры, поймешь почему. Ну да, в четвертой есть еще какие-то намеки. что-то там. Но это уже тупо нет ни ассасинов, ни хрена, там только глюки и Юнона. А сами эти говно.
Bit of a dick move, don't you think?
Well, I guess you could try and sneak past security instead.
Он сказал, блять.
That doesn't look like normal security.
Because it isn't. Those are Abstergo agents. Cross is probably here too. You need to be careful. Don't let them see you.
Все нормально.
Você viu esse homem? Chame a segurança imediatamente, Silvi.
Target's definitely in the VIP area. The entrance is at the end of this concourse.
Great. They've set up a checkpoint.
Stick with the crowd and security will never spot you. Stick close to the crowd and you should be okay. Or look for a way around it.
Seriously, what is the deal with stadiums and piss troughs? It's disgusting. And who thought they were a good idea?
Troughs are time and cost efficient.
I don't even see
Почему
a
всегда
stall.
можно обойти?
What if I have to take a dump?
Охуенно, если security у них.
Looks like I'm close. Shit. Another checkpoint.
You're gonna have to find another way around. Security's too tight here.
Aquele cara tá
Watch your back, Ron.
Olha, aconteceu, só isso. A gente não queria que acontecesse. Só aconteceu. Sinto muito.
Sente muito? Ela é minha irmã, cara! A porra da minha irmãzinha!
Здравствуйте.
Almost there, Desmond. She's just on the other side of the stage.
Other side?
Agora tenho que ficar aqui para ser insultado por monte de tempo. Ei! Olha por onde anda! Olha por onde anda!
Qual é o seu problema?
У меня нет проблем, у тебя сейчас будет. Развернись влево. Ех.
Use the catwalk to get across.
Aquele cara tá maluco!
You're really close now. The power source should be in one of the rooms up here.
Боже, вы спавнитесь ниоткуда.
Qual é o seu problema?
Olha por onde anda!
Смешно.
Hurry, Desmond. If he gets away with the artifact, we're screwed. You can't let that happen.
Aquele cara tá
Olha por onde anda! Alguém chama a segurança! Ei! Olha por onde anda! Stop screaming!
Aquele cara tá maluco! Qual é o seu problema?
Блять. Дебил, не стреляй. Вот, блять.
Better move. Okay, head for the metro. I'll hold the train for you.
Почему никого из них нету горячего оружия? Давно бы меня пристрелили просто. И они не перекроют следующие станции, да? Боже, как? Ай. Забейте, как говорится. VRL так бы не прокатило.
We can get back to Connor whenever you're ready, Desmond. Unless you want to plug in the power source first. Up to you.
Я, конечно же, пойду обратно в Коннора. Ой, ну, играть за Коннора, да. Потому что я потом уже в конце буду плагинить эти хуйни.
Look at that. I found a third power source.
Already?
It popped up in an earlier search, but I've only just managed to confirm it.
Where?
There's a museum in Cairo with one on display.
I guess Connor will have to wait. No, you stay. We need to find that key, and time is running out. I'll make the trip. What about Cross? Everything's going to be fine. I'll be back soon.
Минус батя. Проверяйте.
Ready when you are, Desmond.
Winter approaches. The air is still and sharp with grim expectation. The others sense it too and go about their work with uncommon urgency. I would like to help them, but more pressing matters now demand my attention. The Templars have targeted George Washington directly, and will not rest until he is dead. I had hoped to shield him from this knowledge, but Thomas Hickey ended any hope I had of staying silent. And so I have resolved to share everything I know, of the Templars and their plots, of who I really am. Achilles finds fault in this, and we argue every day, but there is simply too much now at stake to maintain restraint.
Don't do this, Connor.
Then what would you propose we do? Sit and watch while the Templars take control? We are sworn to stop them, or have you forgotten?
Assassins are meant to be quiet, precise. We do not go announcing conspiracies from the rooftops to all who pass by.
Who are you to lecture anyone? You locked yourself away in this crumbling heap and gave up on the Brotherhood entirely. Since the day I arrived, you've done nothing but discourage me. And on the rare occasions you've chosen to help, you've done so little, you may as well have done nothing at all.
How dare you!
Then tell me, on whose watch did the Brotherhood falter? Whose inaction allowed the Templar Order to grow so large that it now controls an entire nation?
If I sought to dissuade you, it was because you knew nothing. If I was reluctant to contribute, it was because you were naive. 1,000 times you would have died and taken God knows how many with you. Let me tell you something, Connor. Life is not a fairy tale, and there are no happy endings.
Not when men like you are left in charge.
In your haste to save the world, boy, take care you don't destroy it.
Ha! Не ори на меня.